people, it's Wonderful Wednesday. I'm April Roll, your ER doctor online, and today's video is going to be a little bit different. Those of you who follow me, you know that I have a Grow Some Food series, and for those of you who don't follow me or you haven't been to my channel or watched any of my videos before, every first Wednesday of the month, I do a Grow Some Food series where I catch you all up on the growth of food in my garden, both in my backyard and in my indoor garden. And recently I made a purchase, and that is going to aid me tremendously in caring for my indoor garden. So as you know, or let me update you, I am an emergency medicine physician working full-time in this month of June 2021, just in case you're, watching this much later. June 2021, I work full-time in the ER, and my schedule is all over the place. So in terms of being very systematic about watering my plants, feeding my plants, and things like that is not exactly consistent. It is just when I can do it, but it would be best to do it on a very regular schedule. So in this video is going to be both a first look, an unboxing, and a setup video for, drumroll, the Gardyn. Yes, the Gardyn. It's a hydroponic system where you can grow 30 large plants in a 2 square foot area. It has the water already, or the area where you can, put the water and refill the water. You don't need any pumps or pipes or connecting to any hoses or anything. And it has its own lights, and it's fully operated by an app that you can download. So, first impressions or first kind of like thoughts about it, I am very excited to see how this will go. So I am gonna show you the unit itself and then get on with the video. Here it is, up close and personal. These are the yCubes here, and there are 30 areas for that. All of the plants, as you can see, Gardyn, that's the name and logo. This is the area where you can place the water. And then we've got, within that system, the lights are here. There's one camera over here, and then as you go down, here is the second camera right there that monitors your plants, and that is pretty much it. Okay, there you have it. That was the first look. So I ordered this unit on June 7th, 2021, and I received it on June 11th, 2021. So it took 4 days. It came in 2 pieces. And if you are interested in seeing the unboxing, that is what's next. This is the unboxing of my Gardyn Home. It comes in 2 packages, and it says, "Live tasty, grow healthy." So first I unbox the main box with some regular scissors. The main box houses the majority of it, and you see your user manual immediately, your accessory bag, a metal rod that's secured into this housing, and under the housing you see another box and the columns and board. So I'm removing all of those things from the box. I place them on the floor, and I'm trying to get the columns out of the box here. This setup can be done with one person. I recommend, if you're going to do that, lay the box on the side to get the columns out, but I did ask my sister to help me get this out of the box just so it could be quicker. Those are the blades that I'm just showing you. I placed those on the floor to the side. And here I'm showing you that small box was the yCubes. These are where all your seeds and plants are. Showing you all of the lovely plants that come in the yCubes, and then the plant food card that pretty much shows you how to do that. This is the second package. As I said, it comes in 2 packages. Don't try to put it together without having the 2 packages because it won't work. In the second package, this is the light assembly. Very important for the operation of your system. So I put that to the side, and I'm just going to show you closer up the light assembly and put that to the side. And I'm getting pretty hot right now, so I had to take off my jacket. But here we go. The beginning, after everything is unboxed, it's time to start setting up your garden home. The first thing is to assemble the columns. And just to let you know, well, I'll share with you, you align the arrows and you twist and lock it in place. And after that, you take off the top and tug on the irrigation hose to make sure that it's straight. Twist and lock that back in place. I just want to, because I'm going to do this 2 more times with the remaining 2 columns. Same thing, align the arrows and twist and lock in place, tug on the hose and make sure it's straight. But in the Gardyn Home User Manual, they conveniently provide very straightforward instructions, very large, and pictures that you can understand, what to do, what not to do. And on the bottom left of each page, you have a QR code picture where it links you to a video for that step in the process. So right here, assembling the columns, step 3, there's a QR code at the bottom, and you can watch that video, and they show you exactly how to do this, just as I am showing you how to do it. So again, for the 3rd column, I'm getting that set up and twist and locking it in place and putting it to the side so that I can move on to step 4. Here I'm just showing you, you can look in through the front to make sure that your hose is not kinked. Very important. Moving on to step 4, which is mount and lock the board. So this is the water tank that I'm showing you here. It has little locks on the side, and this is the board. The board is wrapped in cardboard, so I had to get some scissors to pretty much unbox that portion and take all of the protective wrapping off of the lower blades. And, you know, just referencing the guide to make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to. Here you won't see, but I accidentally capped in the safety strap, and I'll show you that later in the video. I'm showing you the plug where the transportation plug is plugged up, and you want to take that out and lift the plug up and drop it in. The instructions then tell you to lay it on its side, lay the water tank and mounted board on its side after you locked it in place, and unpack the light assembly, which are labeled right and left. So I carefully place these on the ground to get ready, or on the floor to get ready to connect the connectors from the light assembly to the lower blades. There's a black connector cable and a red connector cable, and I connected them together. Easy peasy. If you have a cell phone or anything with the USB cord, it is going to be very easy to figure out how to connect these to each other. And as I show you in the picture, it has what to do, what not to do. So very straightforward. The problem that I had with this part is there's a way to arrange the cables after you connect them to have you gain easy access or a smooth way to then push the lower blade into the light assembly. Because I was having a little bit of a struggle here, but I finally got it. And I, again, had my sister help me to stand the box up because I really couldn't see what I was doing. I really couldn't see. But after I had her help me stand the water tank up, it was really easy. It's pretty much like a lock and key. It fits right in, and I was able to get the light assembly onto the lower blades. Now, the part that I'm telling you about arranging the cables correctly, they want you to put the connectors on top of each other, and they show this clearly in the picture, and insert them into the hole before putting the lower blade on. Here, I have the back of the unit facing the camera, and I'm showing you in that square that this is where the lower safety strap is supposed to be, but I don't see it. And I don't notice this until later on during trying to put the unit together. And I'm showing you screwdrivers because why? I never looked in the accessory bag, which housed everything you need to put the unit together. I completely missed that. Step 6, as the book states, is connecting the irrigation. In the picture, they show you to lay the main box, the main packaging box, on its side so that you can place the columns on there to provide a level space and an easy access to connect the columns to the mount and board, which are on the water tank. Here I'm just showing you, here's the connection hose from the water tank, and I'm lining that up with the columns. It's very easy. They connect together, no brainer here, very straightforward, but it is a tight fit. I'm talking about, I was struggling. I was like, oh gosh, April, you need to get in the gym here because this is some work, like real talk, some real work getting those hoses connected. You see those facial expressions I'm making, but this is very important because you want the irrigation hose from your water tank and the connection to the water hose in the column. You want that to be snug because this is how your yCubes and your plants are going to be getting the water and the nutrients. You don't want that spilling, and I'm showing you here how it is supposed to look once everything is connected. Everything's good, and now I am able to move on to the next step. Step 7, which is inserting the columns vertically into the base. Again, align the arrows, twist and lock in place. So easy, so easy. Moving on to the next part. This next part is installing the metal rod. Installing the metal rod. And as you can see, I have the safety strap in my hand, guys, but not even until I was making this video voiceover, I did not realize that right there in the user manual, it says safety strap, screws, and screwdriver are found in the accessory bag. Up until this point where you see that safety strap in my hand, I had never looked in the safety in the accessory bag. So I was looking all over the place for this safety strap. But as you can see, I finally found it, and I was able to secure the safety strap to the back of the center column as it shows in the user manual and in the video that I was able to watch. Here I'm showing you the upper blades clearly labeled right and left. I tried to install them, but I realized I needed to stand on a chair because on the right light assembly, that has the camera at the top. So there are some delicate wires where I didn't want to destroy them. So I stood up on a chair in order to connect the upper blade on the right side to the light assembly and then the left side. So the upper blade connects the light assembly to the backs of your columns, again, offering more stability to your unit and having everything secured in place. Here, I'm just screwing each side in place. And I want to make a note about this as well. Everything uses an align the arrow and twist and lock in place mechanism, which is awesome. The downside of that is when I was trying to make the backs of the tops parallel, as the user guide tells you to do in step 7, when attaching the mount rod, it was really difficult getting this right column to do that because it wasn't exactly parallel. So I had to kind of finagle around and do some, kind of really trying to twist it in there to get it a little more parallel. But I was able to do that, and I was able to screw it in place, which I'm showing you here. It was secured on all 3 sides. Here I'm showing you the safety strap at the lower end, which I finally figured it out. It was really easy to just lift the whole unit off of the mount. There's camera number 1, and I don't know where camera number 2 went in the shot, but here you see the unit has been turned around, front facing the camera. And then the next step was to fill the tank with water, which you can see I have a towel on the side. Then you turn on the unit. Don't be afraid if nothing happens, that's normal. Or if your light flickers on and then flickers off, it doesn't mean it's broken. Next step and last step is actually installing your yCubes. And I'm gonna put a full list in the description box of what variety of plants I received in the Y kit. In the box with all the yCubes. But here I want to discuss, since your unit is pretty much done in terms of setting up the physical unit, I want to talk about the app. You download the Gardyn app from the App Store or Google Play Store. You create your account. Right now, as of June 2021, there's 1 account per garden. Hopefully that will change in the future. And it's the same account for all users, implying that you can have multiple users on multiple phones, I guess. Next, select your membership. I have the 2-year membership, and that activation code is your order number, which is found in your email that you received. And finally, get your garden online. Now, this is the part that people have had a lot of problems with, so I want to go over it. When I looked at my phone's Wi-Fi, the garden immediately showed as an option on the Wi-Fi. I followed the instructions in the app, and it wanted you to then connect to your home network. That's where the problem came, because I had to do this 3 times. And since I already knew it was an issue, I just said, you know what? I'm going to turn the Wi-Fi off on my phone and turn it back on, and do that step 1 more time. I selected my network, typed in my password, pressed enter, and boom, it says you're connected. I was so happy. That took me about 5 minutes, but I've heard people being extremely frustrated and it taking them several, half an hour, like crazy amounts of time trying to get their garden online. But luckily for me, turning my Wi-Fi off on my phone and then turning it back on to select in the app, creating, putting in my password, that worked for me. So I would say if it doesn't work on the first time, turn your Wi-Fi off and on and then go from there. Hopefully that helps you. I am pretty much in the video, as you can see, really done with setting up my unit. Time to get to know your app, and that's it. Okay, if you like this video or you learned something in this video, or you're intrigued, you're excited, you're ready to grow some food, Share this video, like this video, subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or comments, or you just want to give a shout out or anything, just put that in the comment section below. Show some love. Thank you, thank you, thank you as always. Thank you for sharing this wonderful Wednesday with me. I am going to keep you updated on the growth of my plants. As you saw, there are so many plants in there. I'm so excited to see what comes of it, and actually to share this with you, all of the food that I'm about to be eating. Okay, they say you reap what you sow, and I cannot wait. But again, thank you for sharing this wonderful Wednesday with me. Be blessed and stay healthy.